Science, and I love it when you send in your curious questions about the world we live in together so we can explore them. And today we have a really big question from Luke.
Hi Sally Science, my name is Luke, I live in Regina, and I want to know what is an ecosystem?
Thanks so much, Luke, for this amazing question. Would you believe me if I said you are not in one, not two, but a whole planet of ecosystems right now? I know, it's a little mind-blowing. I get that. So Luke, let's start small. Have you ever gone for a walk around your Regina neighborhood and seen a vegetable garden and then maybe noticed the insects buzzing around the garden or the birds in the trees chirping and warning other birds about the cat that's hiding under the bush stalking the mouse? Or maybe you've looked outside on a rainy day and thought to yourself, I wonder, is everything I see connected? Well, if you've wondered that, you would be 100% correct. Everything on this planet is connected in so many brilliant ways. Ecosystems are like a network of really awesome friendships, connecting living things and non-living things that are all supporting each other to grow and thrive together. Kind of like a big community, all living together in harmony. The sun, the rain, the wind, the moon, the lakes, the rivers, the grasses, the mushrooms, the bees, the worms, the slugs, the fish, the cats, the dogs, the trees, your parents, the bacteria, the moose, the geese, the peas, the mice, and the fleas, the sand, the dirt, and all the air we breathe. It's all part of an ecosystem. And every single one of those friendships is so, so important to all life on Earth, no matter how big or how small. And the more friendships there are in an ecosystem, the more diverse and healthier all the ecosystems are. And that's absolutely an amazing, incredible thing. Okay, let's break down this huge, mind-blowing idea of how everything is connected into smaller pieces by starting with the things that literally break down things. The decomposers. Oh, Sally, that was a great one. So decomposers are creatures like bacteria and fungi and plants like algae. They get their energy from doing a really important job. Their job is to break down the once living stuff, so like old leaves and even poop, into nutrients that we call minerals. And those minerals are found in the soil, and that's what plants eat to help them grow strong and healthy. The next part of our ecosystem are the producers, which are all the plants, and they produce oxygen for everyone else to breathe. And the third part of our ecosystem are the consumers, and the consumers breathe in all the oxygen and eat plants as well as other consumers. And when the consumers die, the decomposers take over and turn their material into nutrients, and the cycle starts all over again. See how everything's connected? How amazing is that? This is a small ecosystem with the snails who help make minerals for the plants to grow, and the plants help the fish to breathe. Ecosystems can also be large, like the Wascana Marsh right here in Regina, with over 350 different species of birds and fish and animals and insects and plants, all calling this ecosystem home. Fun fact, did you know that the Wascana Marsh is a hugely important part of the very large global ecosystem for about 115 different kinds of birds that travel all over the earth every year to find food and safe places to raise their families? It's true. Birds, who are consumers in our ecosystem, do an amazing job of keeping our ecosystems healthy and diverse. Not only do they make us smile with their cheerful sounds and songs, but birds also are super great at spreading the seeds of plants to grow and at eating lots and lots of bugs so they don't overswarm us. Ha! Overswarm, overwhelm. Ha! Sally, you're on fire today. Thank you again, Luke, for this fabulous question. This week, I challenge you and all of you at home to go outside for a walk, wherever you are able, and write down or draw all the friends that you see living and interacting together in our ecosystems right here in Regina. If you have a question that you'd like to explore with me, please send them my way. I would love to hear them. Have an incredible day, my ecosystem sharing friends. And this is Sally Science, signing off.
Hey, how you doing? Tommy Tungsten here for Elements R Us with another super special sale. Today's deal is so good, I can feel it deep down in my bones. That's right, calcium. Now a lot of folks don't know this, but calcium is a metal. But not one of them heavy metals your neighbors are always telling you to turn down. No, my friends, calcium is a metal that all living things need to eat in order to grow and stay healthy. It is super useful in making important structures that living things are built out of. Bones, teeth, even shells. Now you probably already knew that dairy foods are rich in calcium, but them tasty greens like broccoli and spinach, they got lots of this stuff too, so you make sure you clean out those plates, huh? Now speaking of which, even plants need this stuff to make their homes healthy by balancing the pH levels of soil. I'm no PhD, but that seems like a pretty good deal to me. So come on down to Elements R Us and fortify yourself with some calcium. And when you get there, tell them Tommy sent you. Capiche?
Hi there, I'm Jesse. I'm a member of the Saskatchewan Science Centre's Go Science Outreach Team. Today, we're going to be talking about animals. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to think about what your favorite animal might be. What kind of food does that animal eat? Where does it live? What kind of things does it have to deal with when it's there? All of those things are very, very important for that particular animal. An animal's habitat and diet are extremely important. It helps shape their behavior, as well as how that animal evolves over time. It also will help to define what their anatomy is and how they'll actually be shaped and how they'll actually look to us. So when we try to find out more about those different types of animals, it's really important to figure out what they might eat. And to do that, scientists will actually look at their teeth to help identify some clues. Animals fall into three main categories. There are carnivores, which eat meat. There are herbivores, which eat plants. And then there's also omnivores. And omnivores will eat a little bit of both. Check this out. This skull is going to help us find out more about the animal itself. The arrangement and type of teeth that this animal has is called its dentition. The dentition helps give us clues as to what kind of food the animal needs to survive. Let's take a look at this skull. All of the teeth on this skull are fairly flat and are very, very dull. This skull is full of types of teeth that we call molars. Molars are really great at grinding food down, but are really bad at clipping or ripping food apart. These molars are a sign that this animal was an herbivore. The molars help plants get broken down so this animal can use them for food. This animal also does have a few pointy teeth up here at the front, but those are still used to break plants down. Can you guess what kind of skull this is? This is a horse skull. Let's take a look at another skull. We'll put this one away first. All right, so let's take a look at this skull now. This skull is much different than the last skull that we took a look at. This is the skull of a carnivore. These long, sharp teeth on this skull are really good for breaking apart meat. They're good for ripping into animals and tearing them apart so that they're able to be broken down for food. These teeth could also be used by a carnivore to be able to capture its prey. Do you know what kind of skull this is? This is a wolf skull. Now that we've taken a look at both an herbivore and a carnivore, let's take a look at an omnivore skull. This last skull probably looks a little bit familiar. This is a replica of a human skull. What kind of food do you eat? Do you eat meat? Do you eat plants? Well, most people on Earth will eat a mixture of both of those things, and that's what makes us omnivores. Because of this, you can see that we have a lot of different types of teeth. If we take a look at our skull here, we have lots of very sharp teeth in the front that allow us to be able to rip apart flesh of meat, but we also have all these flat molars that we talked about earlier so that we can break down plants and be able to swallow it. Some omnivores have special teeth that continuously grow, like beavers. Let's take a look at one right now. This right here is a beaver skull. This skull shows that we have these special teeth in the front. These special teeth continuously grow. And because of that, they're able to chew through things like nuts, shells, and even wood. All right, let's put this guy away. Well, I hope that you had fun learning about teeth and skulls today. If you had a lot of fun watching this, you might have fun watching some of our other videos. You can go to SaskScienceCenter.com and click on our Real Science, Real Fun Online button and see all of our other posts and videos. Thank you so much for joining us, fellow learners. And as always, have a great day.